Rob, Kristen, what I have for you today is the 2015 Ford Focus. Based on the conversation that we had earlier, this is a model I feel that is going to meet your needs optimally. It's our most popular model. The Ford Focus has been made for 15 years. It's the world's most popular nameplate in terms of a car. And one of the benefits of 15 years of production is that we do get some feedback from customers, of which 49% are loyal Ford Focus customers and buy another one, and they gave us some suggestions. One of the things that we've done is restyled the vehicle more similar to the Ford Focus Electric, right? And you can see that it's also got upgraded lighting system, so it's very fresh in terms of the way that the vehicle looks. You'll also see it in the signal mirrors there as well. So if I can show you just a little bit underneath the hood, because this is the best part. This is a 4-cylinder. It's gasoline direct injected, which means it's like a diesel. It's directly injected into the fuel and actually sounds a little bit like a diesel, but it doesn't have any of the complexity of the diesel, but it gives good fuel economy like a diesel. Rob, Kristen, everybody likes fuel economy, don't
Yeah, we do.
Right? What also they listen to from Ford customers as well is refining the transmission. There was some concerns about the transmission not performing to the way that people expected it. So what they've done is a software calibration to make sure that a soft launch and easy pedal feel is more predictable. Because keep in mind that this dual clutch system that they have, very sophisticated, it's in the Formula One type of systems, but people don't always drive like Formula One. They drive a little more easier trying to save fuel. What they've also done is widen the gear ratio at highway speeds. You mentioned that you like to take trips.
Yeah.
Having that better gear ratio on highway trips is going to make it a little quieter because obviously the engine is not working.
Just give you a smoother transition with the gears.
Exactly, very smooth, because the second gear is always waiting for the third gear. Everything is always ready, and that's one of the characteristics of the dual clutch system. So if we continue on, we're just going to close the hood here. Come around this way, folks. One of the things about the vehicle is safety. Part of safety is things that go off after a crash. Part of safety is things that help prevent a crash. We saw one of the main features, signals in the mirror, so that people know that you're changing lanes. But what this car has, and it's very sophisticated, is two things: curve control and torque vectoring control. They're kind of like brother and sister. Curve control recognizes you, Krista, if you're going into a freeway curve a little too fast. The steering wheel says, whoa, I better slow down. So it eases off the throttle and gently applies all 4 brakes to slow you down 16 kilometers in 1 second. So that's that, okay, right? The torque vectoring control is for Rob, who's a little more aggressive going through those corners and transfers that power to the outside wheel to maintain control. And all of this is done seamlessly. There's no worries about doing anything. The car recognizes that. So that's part of that technology that's gone into the Focus, right? It's got features that other higher trim level cars don't have. The other thing that this car does is that the windshields go to the outside of the window. Yes, it's sunny today, 25 degrees out, but in November at 3 o'clock when it's dark and having that complete windshield coverage is fantastic, because it does rain in Vancouver, as you know. Come around to the back here. We're going to take a look at the back hatch, and one of the things you mentioned was the accessibility, the practicality of having a hatchback. A sedan wasn't going to work.
No.
You've got the 4 doors, so that gives you that flexibility of getting in and out. We've also got the seats that fold up and allow you to fold the seat down.
Oh, that's handy.
So it gives you that practicality of that, and that way you can still have passengers on one side, but still have cargo down on the other side.
Looks like there's a lot of room in there.
There is a lot. One of the other things that you'll notice with the styling of this car is this attractive spoiler. And one of the things to recognize about it is not only is it great, but what it does do is shade those people that are sitting in the back seat from that rear sun.
So it's not just about the looks.
It's not just about the looks. The other thing is that because it's elongated, it helps keep this window clear. So it really is a functionality, practicality type of thing. My favorite part is the gas cap door. Most cars you'll see a circle stuck on the side of the car, but Ford has cleverly designed that into that so that it's hidden. And of course, our capless fuel system, no worries about cast caps or check engine lights.
You never have to forget to turn it.
And you don't have to touch it. Now, when we come around to the back, we have the hatchback. And one of our major competitors, they don't make a hatchback.
I got a question for you. Would the hatch cost me more than the
No,
sedan?
good question. The hatch is exactly the same price.
Wow.
The best part when we get back to here is the peace of mind. The peace of mind knowing that you have things that are going to fit into the back of the vehicle. The peace of mind is also knowing that you've got roadside assistance for 5 years, 100,000 kilometers, anywhere in the United States or Canada. So you've got the peace of mind knowing that you've got the room in the back if you do go to IKEA and get some extra features. You've also got the peace of mind that if you do have something untoward, you've got that roadside assistance. And you can dial that at a payphone without a quarter. 1-800-665-2006, come help. Take a look here. My wife's left-handed. Everything's always right-handed. Left-handed people have a handle too. Come around to the side.
Yeah.
7 airbags. You have a driver's knee airbag, because there's always a driver. We also have the side curtains that cover all 4 windows on the side in case of an impact. We also have driver's seat and passenger seat airbags, and we also have the 2 front airbags. So you have a very safe vehicle. You'll also notice that the tires in the back are way out to the side of the vehicle, giving it a very big footprint. And that footprint is stability. So when you're driving on the highway, you have a very stable car. When you're driving in the city, you don't have a big car, because the big part is inside. So Krista, why don't you have a seat inside here and take a look. Rob, why don't you go around to the far side there. Now, it looks like a BMW, I know.
Yeah, it's pretty nice in here.
It's completely refreshed interior with a 3-point steering wheel, heated steering wheel available. Of course, we have a tilt and telescopic with height adjustable seat. So the difference between you two in height is going to be equalized by having that flexibility of that.
So we
right?
can both drive it.
Yes. Our IP panel, bigger buttons. One of the things that our Focus customers said, past loyal customers, make the buttons a little bigger. What they've also done is make the cup holders a little deeper.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You can take it.
Yeah, you've got the 2-stage system, right? So you notice that when you got into the car, Krista, how reactionary it is.
Yeah.
It's fresh, it's good looking, and that's one of the reasons why the Focus is the #1 selling nameplate in the world.
It's not too crowded.
It's not too crowded. And now we're going to go for a drive. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm excited.